Rosie, did she call you yesterday morning? Cause it was on there red that I wasn't here until like 10 yesterday. So I said, I don't know if you guys are ready to put it on again.
Well, I don't know, who do we gotta research that to see who's right on this deal? We got two totally different
So is it
opinions.
because she's on the
Other boards.
I'll try to find out, or we can work on, yeah, we have time, so. Yep, myself a note, so.
And do you know Bob Fulton? How about you, Rick? Do you know Bob Fulton?
No.
See, the landfill, though, we don't pay them. She's not, so they're kind of a separate entity now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He called me yesterday and he's got a problem with he's a retired deputy sheriff, lives in Benton County.
Oh, he was Lynn County Sheriff.
Lynn County?
Yes.
He lives in Benton.
Yes.
And he's over around the Urbana area.
Okay. Yeah. You do know him.
I don't know him. I have to call us.
Yeah,
So he called you?
Well, it's been
a couple years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This regarding,
Trespass. Same thing?
no,
Okay.
no, back then it was the roads.
Okay, no.
Okay.
He wants to press charges against somebody and
Okay,
For trespassing?
so why do you get involved?
because the county attorney is not returning these phone calls, and that's the one that has to file the charges.
You gotta realize that the county attorney was quite busy there for some time with that case.
Well, didn't his mother pass away?
I don't know that. I don't know.
I'm thinking he did,
This is
huh?
on because it's.
It's on?
Yeah, it starts right at 9.
Okay.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody look at the minute. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I have a question. On October, what we okayed for the public hearing?
October 5th. Oh, did I put the wrong date?
Yeah,
Okay, no, it should be the 5th.
okay. One correction. Okay.
It's like, nope, I have the 5th, but
It's still, what it say? What do you have?
Well, it says,
yeah, I'll fix it.
sorry,
Okay. Now,
Motion.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Everybody report. Quick. Nothing? I had Easy Cog, Eastern Iowa Housing this Thursday.
We had to do it by Zoom again.
They're still doing those?
Well, somebody tested positive.
I'm doing Zoom meetings all over the place.
To me, they're harder when you're trying to take minutes for a meeting though, because
Oh.
you don't know who's saying what.
What we do is require people to say who they are.
Well, we're getting better at that too, but still tough.
So continue, sir. You had your meeting, Zoom. That's it? That's about it. Okay. You don't get, to me, you don't get out of it like you do if you're in person.
You don't.
But I understand it.
Depends on some of the meetings. Some are more interactive than others.
Yeah.
What I do is, I don't say too much anyway, and I just sit there, listen to them. I mean, sometimes at the end of the meeting, they ask if I'm still there. Some of the meetings just go on and on and on. You know, you get done in 15 minutes when it takes them 2 hours.
Barb? I guess.
I'd like to set a land use hearing for Kyle and Tyra Maccabee for Tuesday, September 28th at 9:15.
So moved.
And second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Presume the sheriff's coming in?
I don't know, but I have stuff ready. It's hot.
Oh, yes, he is coming in.
If you want to pass it. Like that, so that's just the record.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Ron.
Oh, you're right. You can.
Thank you.
There's Ron's letters. Forget to give me your amount for that forfeiture amendment. Do you have any idea? For spending authority?
I will.
Okay. I just have a note to remind you. And then Thursday at 11, will that work instead of 10 for the ARP?
Yep.
Okay. Tracy's overlapping some stuff.
I think these are ours to keep. There's plenty of them around.
Okay.
Yeah, I made copies. I got the email. I didn't know if you guys got that too.
Which I had heard.
It's just
It
for
was on the news.
For the courtroom stuff, yeah.
And I'd like a little definition on what is court control, because, you know, the county attorney in the past has indicated that there is no place in the courthouse that is not court controlled. He said, the minute you walk in the door, you've got public restrooms, you got the elevators, you know. And I hate to think it's just for whatever purpose we intend to apply it to, as to whether it is this week or not this week. You know, it should be one or the other. If it's third floor it is.
What I have told security is the common areas on the second floor, of course, the courtroom. And then that's gonna apply to the, I would assume, the clerk of court's office. Third floor, common areas, and then, of course, the courtroom. And it would be up to the county attorney if he wants masks in his office. Haley's office would not be part of the common area. The assessor's office is not part of the common area. I don't believe the treasurer's office is, or the recorder's office, but there is another office of the county attorney's down there, but I don't believe it's under court control.
The collections.
I would say the common areas where the courtrooms are at, and then the courtrooms themselves.
And I think in the past, you know, county attorney has indicated that common areas, as you referred to, was basically anywhere in the courthouse. You know, anywhere that John Q. Public can enter and walk and, you know, and so it, in my mind's eye, it's confusing. The assessor's office, you stand out in the hallway at a window. In my definition, that's a common area.
Yeah, I would say that would be a common area.
You know, where you walk through the door to go to Haley's office, you know, her office door, but then she's got a common area at the counter, you know.
But that's under her control.
But it's under her control, that is correct. So, yeah, so.
I'm sure somebody else will have a different opinion
Oh,
on it than I do.
That's the problem I'm trying to get at is, you know, it's been a tidal wave of opinions. And so I have no problem if we say it's the third floor, common areas, but restrooms are common areas, you know, no matter what floor they are. So, and getting there is a common area. People waiting to go to the treasurer's office, they stand in a common area. You know.
Well, of course, we've got taxes starting tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is nothing any different than what we went through over a year ago. You know, so.
I forgot about taxes.
Don't forget to pay them.
But it's not on the agenda. I mean, there's nothing we can.
No, I just got that.
He's already taken care of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think you're,
I get it.
Because
I
that
get
was
it.
Friday, wasn't it, that come out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when they called me and said, what's this include? And I said, to me, this is what it includes. Once you go into the office, it's up to who's in charge of that office.
Yeah.
how many cases do we got in Benton County?
It was on, it's been 2 weeks since I've talked with Katie. It was on the uptick. And I honestly have not been online and looked since then. We can probably get her to give us a number and then we can get it to you.
I don't know if there's any cases at all down in the Blairstown area.
I was told this morning that somebody that worked out at McDonald's had it, so now McDonald's is closed up and they're cleaning.
Oh, boy. My youngest might starve. Sorry.
So that brings to mind with this, do we post it on the door that mask is required in all
Core areas.
court areas, court/common areas?
I think if we put common areas, people will be confused.
We're confused.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I look at that. Ron's already told the guys what to do, so.
But if somebody comes in and they don't have a mask, are we flipping masks out at them? Handing them out masks?
We certainly could.
You know,
Yeah, whatever happened to all them masks that we had?
We still got them.
Oh, we still got masks.
there's still
Yeah.
some.
You know, they just have expiration dates? I got told that last week at ISAC, and I was like, never looked at the PPE supplies for
We found out
expiration dates.
that and it takes years for it to happen, but the little, Scott had some out in a trailer. The mass casualty trailer, the little, elastic things.
Deteriorate.
The rest of it looks new, except the little elastic things don't have any give in them anymore.
Hmm.
Well, let's move on to number 4. My opinion is keep doing what you're doing.
And if we need to, you think we need to get the county attorney's official word as far as what's under the court's control?
Usually Julie will send out something too, but I haven't heard from her.
Yeah,
We haven't had a security meeting in a while either.
so we can get it onto an agenda, possibly for next week.
I don't see what it would hurt to post that on the door, but. Because it comes from the Supreme Court, not from Benton County.
Exactly, yeah. Well, in an opinion, you know, I understand what the sheriff has told his security staff. But I agree with Haley that perhaps we should put this on the door
Mm-hmm.
so that it is an official explanation of why people have to have a mask in those court common areas.
I don't have no problem taking them the door.
And they don't, I mean, we don't have to take any formal
No.
action, just take the dang thing up.
I know lady that'll return to the court, I'll just drop that off when I go back.
Okay. Well, you are item number 4, Sheriff.
Tracy has them with,
Keith.
2 new people. We'd like to start training for dispatch.
I did a resolution for Keith's, is that okay?
I don't know if we've ever done that before.
Well, he was already full-time, so I
Yeah.
wasn't sure either, but
In the
if we
past, I've
don't,
just sent Nancy an email, and need this
That's-
person to,
that's fine, one way or the other. If we don't need it, I'll change my numbers.
because I've got,
I'm fine with whatever, as long as it's documented. But like when we appoint deputies, you know, promotion, we do it by resolution, that's why I wasn't sure.
this is just a pay grade thing. It's in the contract.
That's fine.
Well, I make a motion that we approve the hiring of 2 part-time communication specialists, Samantha Frank and Sarah Siglin.
I think so.
Siglin. Works for me.
Okay.
Second?
All in favor of hiring the 2 girls?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
And then the second thing here that we have talked about here is to promote Keith Mell, how that's pronounced, to the position of Senior Correction Officer. Make that motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Do these need to be initialed, Haley?
Yep, so we put them on your payroll now. Do you need on next week for the other one? So I don't forget to.
Sure.
How's your trucks coming?
Darn slow, in my opinion. Kind of like everything else. You order it and then they, oh, that's gonna be 4 to 6 weeks. They told us that on the stripes and a week later they showed up. So they're all striped.
Sure.
Off topic. Trotter Cop Days this weekend. If you wanna see the big parade for the end of the summer, that's the one to go to. That'll be a big one. You gonna go?
I'm absolutely full.
I don't know that yet.
Tell me Sunday.
Huh?
You can tell me Sunday.
No parade Saturday. Tracy,
That's what he means, not Sunday, you'll tell him who pulled it.
I can get it out of the shed. It's in the shed.
What's down at your place?
Somebody. Saturday at 10. It's parade.
You want me to pull it? Me up?
No, I think you're the guy.
After all, you gotta pull it out of the shed.
Yeah.
Stay with that.
Might as well make it easy on somebody.
Although it's Gary's territory.
That's what I thought.
I don't have enough, well, I pull with the tractor, I guess. My pickup ain't much good anymore.
You gonna be at this one, Robert? You gonna leave him?
That lady calls early. Want to go? She said, 10 o'clock sharp, set your watch. I said, oh yeah, I'm aware of that.
They're not having a tractor pull this year. That's all. Well, one by the wayside. They-
So Sunday, that was always on Sunday. Sunday will be pretty quiet then.
Well, they're gonna have a garden tractor pull. But the main tractor pull, they wanted $14,000 for the sled or something.
Wow.
And
That's
it just,
a lot of money.
they ain't cutting it. They ain't gonna work.
You have to get on their list for a points deal or something to make that work.
Oh, man. That's pretty tough.
I'm assuming they set them up.
I'm not so sure we shouldn't just have a bush pull. Just, I mean, well, the attendance at the tractor pull's been going down, and they got a lot of people sneaking in. So then they bring a cooler full of beer, and they don't even buy a sandwich. They got,
The demo's Friday night.
yeah. That'll be a big turnout. They were scaring people up at church to work at food tent Sunday. Gonna be interesting to see how many people attend Sauerkraut Days this year.
Streets will be packed for the parade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain.
big deal Saturday.
I don't
Try not to look that far out at the weather. get a little weather Thursday night or Friday night?
Oh, yeah, 3 inches.
3 inches.
We were prairie fishing at a cabin, yeah.
Oh.
It was, yeah. And then they had 3.5 inches like Tuesday night before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mississippi come up, so is Cedar.
The cedar is, it'll basically be back full and then it'll go out into the low areas north of town. They're gonna, it's going up quick, so then it'll come down quick.
I'm gonna run over and
Unless the rain
change some
continues.
numbers to see if first
Yeah.
event something.
Minor flooding is at 15 foot, got it forecasted at 14.8. That's what I looked yesterday. Iowa River south of Belle Plaine, but not anything like that.
At Marengo, it looks like it did in July.
This is filling up out here. Sandbars are back on the bridge.
Earlier, you could darn near walk across it.
I never asked. In behind the fire station is some old pylons for an old bridge at some point.
Mm-hmm. One of
A
the
couple
original.
summers ago, you could see them. I don't know if they can see them this year or not.
As you drive over, it's hard to see them over the
You know,
railing.
there's some guys on the fire department that kind of know where they're at.
You need anything, if you're gonna bring that float down Saturday, call me if you need anything at all. We can bring stuff in from the farm. You can park it up in the house. Whatever you wanna do.
They're gonna tear it all apart then?
Yeah, 'cause I gotta have a trailer for the next weekend for swap meet and a snowmobile drag race to go to.
Okay.
Snowmobile drag race
About an hour north of the Twin Cities.
in September.
Yep.
So they're gonna have snow?
Grass drags.
Yeah.
There'll be race teams from Canada, Maine, New York. It's kind of the big one every year.
For the whole country, huh?
Yeah. There'll be 250,000 people through this thing over the weekend. It's huge. It's about the time of year camping trip.
That's
Sitting
what-
on top of the snowmobile trail.
That's what we can do instead of having a tractor pull.
Scott's will.
That'd be quite a deal.
Not on the agenda? Okay.
She gonna come in
I thought she was gonna come in for the car.
for. Oh, that May's coming next
Okay, next week?
week.
Okay.
I guess,
I'm gonna talk to you after the meeting. Got a couple questions.
Yeah, May's on at 9:30 next Tuesday
Okay.
first for the region update, so.
Okay, well, she told Mona, I guess, I'd like to have something, I don't know, in that they will reimburse up to $25,000 for a new car. So I would kinda
Doesn't
like
buy a
that.
lot of car anymore, does it?
Well, but I like to have it in writing that,
Sure.
how much a new car costs?
Danged if I know. I haven't bought one.
I haven't bought one since 1976.
still paying on it too, right?
No. I had it paid off that day.
You still have it.
Yep.
I knew that,
transmission, we're still good. Probably not now. This car thing it's just nuts. They got a whole bunch of them sitting out and they don't have chips for them. You can't drive them. And they're getting older by the day. I'll bet you they're gonna have trouble getting rid of them suckers in a year or two.
Be some good prices for some new cars.
Mm.
I'm waiting, but I don't wanna buy a new one. Somebody will trade something in about 2-3 years old, just what I want. That's my plan.
Whenever they put them out on the market, the used ones would just go. I like my pickup. At least enough oil I can see where I was.
Follow the trail back home.
Get home.
Yeah, we're on Facebook and somebody will probably get a call from EPA.
Mine don't leak oil.
Mine leaks about it leaks a little over a quart every 2,000 miles. There's a
Might
lot.
want to get on the road crew.
Yeah, that ain't very much. Every once in a while you get an oil filter that's not up to speed.
Should have been at ISAC. Lonnie got his award.
Good.
Did you go?
I didn't see him. You didn't go, did you?
Friday, there was some pretty interesting stuff that I'd kinda like to heard, but Lindsay was going, Mona was going, I thought,
We had some really good sessions this time.
You ever do your drain bin up?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
Mm-hmm. Got them all up, but he deserted me. He wants me to finish them up now, so. He's still got a bunch to put up himself, for other people, so.
Brian just bought a bin. He's got delivery already.
Really?
He's putting it up himself, is he?
He's gonna hire the Amish to do the cement work, and we'll probably put it up ourselves. It ain't a big deal.
You got the jacks to do that?
Yeah.
No kidding.
But we're never gonna get it up as quick as the last one went up. That got put up from 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. 25,000 bushel bin was completely done.
Hmm.
And I thought, I'm gonna have to go around this whole thing, tighten all these bolts, and there wasn't one bolt that I put a wrench on.
Hmm.
Not one. They had five rings on it, and there was still a guy working on the roof.
Hmm.
I had a guy fall off a roof this spring on cement, and he didn't want to go to the doctor. Amish guy. It was raining. They put her on. In the rain.
This Andy Albright, is she coming in?
Thought so.
That was a bad deal.
'Cause they changed people, I know. 'Cause I got
I
an
mean, it
email.
wasn't just drizzling, it was raining.
Mhm.
'Cause it's for this proclamation thing.
You know, those jacks, ours are hand crank jacks, and those guys that put them bins up, they They're all electric.
Oh, really?
And they said if it gets windy, that bin ain't going nowhere.
Hmm.
It's all,
Hmm.
when it's time to go up a ring,
Nope, ones I helped on were,
Exactly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hope she knew not to go to the courthouse.
The last bin that we used them
Probably
on,
not.
we had a
I would think they
hang
should
on
tell her.
superstructure underneath the
I
roof.
would think, but if she
We
didn't
were
get there
popping
till
bolts and held it
25
to the
after
van.
and
Yeah.
We got her up, but it was close.
We got Mona yesterday, so
Mm.
she was gonna move in last night.
oh, it's done.
Is it?
By 1 o'clock, they had her moved.
Really?
because that other new girl starts tomorrow, correct?
Correct. And her desk was delivered at 8 o'clock this morning.
Hmm.
There's still some desk in the hallway. I thought there was.
Is there one or two down in the conference room of the courthouse, but
Mhm.
they're,
They're
they
older.
would get by.
Yeah, they're older.
Mhm. Somebody posted a bunch of old pictures, did you see those on the Benton Remember Me page?
Somebody just sent me one of Jerry Michaels and Copenhagen.
Yeah, and then there was one of Myron and Jerry Petermeyer when Myron was his assistant like years and years ago. I should pull that up, show Myron today. They were building the other jail before this one.
Mm.
And that's when all those, the engineer's office was in the courthouse, the basement, right?
Yep,
Okay.
that's when I started here,
How many years ago has that been?
86.
10 years after you bought your car.
Those were good times.
Yeah, it shows them all where.
Well, I don't know that
I,
the mid to late 80s was that good at times.
oh,
Billy Garber's.
18, 20% interest rates.
didn't matter. We had,
Look at Jerry.
Jeez, Louie.
I know.
in '74, when I started farming, I was living out in the Farron house, and I was putting in, I was running the space heater 24/7, knocking ice out of the hog pans in the morning. And there was a roof, the roof was leaking pretty bad, and I had half of the roof on, new roof, and so I moved all the older pigs over to the side where they could swim. And then my father-in-law came out to the Farron house, and he was wondering what I was doing, and I says, well, I'm trying to save pigs. He says, well, you probably ought to hit them in the head, because they ain't gonna be worth nothing, because that spring they were worth about, they were nothing. And then by fall, when these pigs were ready, they were worth 60 cents.
A piece?
60 cents a
Pound.
pound.
Oh, what?
And I sold all them pigs, and my dad says, you better remember this, because it ain't always gonna be like this. That was quite a deal. You can go down to Wilson's, and there'd be South Farron in the alley.
Mm.
People just haul them off. It's quite a deal.
Vacuuming down there. You can hear him vacuuming, cleaning.
Wife got her side by side.
Yep. Got like 160 miles on it.
It's a lot of miles around town.
And it's the only place it's been.
Haven't got it all dirty and muddy yet?
2 or 4-wheel drive?
4.
Well, you can take that out, road ditches.
I know, maybe tried that before. In my own.
She drives it around town. It's fun.
Is it a 4-passenger?
6.
6-passenger, wow. Wow.
You can go 3 and 3.
Yep. Got seat belts for all little girls. No more golf cart rides.
I bet you that's what happened. She went to the courthouse.
I think somebody's
And
caught in the corner of my eye here, walking up.
I should have put that on stuff. Oh, that's Myron, but
Okay. Morning, sir.
Morning. Can't hear if I sit over there, Myron.
hey Myron, will I have that up? Who's that?
H has that duty, I think. Chuck Wason and myself.
Yeah. Did you see that? Be a pretty
Where's-
one. So somebody posted all these old pictures of Secondary Road guy. I can't find it. 'Cause that's when the office was in the basement of the courthouse, right?
Yeah, but I never worked in the
I
basement.
don't know who.
Those
Jerry,
singers?
isn't that Jerry?
Yeah.
And then, I think that's Bill Garber's.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, somebody posted all these on. You didn't remember me. Pretty cool. At 9:30, I bet, went to the courthouse, so,
You got paperwork for it?
yeah. It's a proclamation.
Here comes the lady.
Is it? I bet it's her.
Blue shirt. You don't know what she's
I
wearing.
don't know what she's wearing.
Sure, that's her.
That's her. She always wears a blue shirt.
I'm laughing, Larry, because look at the car.
Yeah, Barry had a yellow
Oh, you did?
Ford Mercury LTD.
Are you gonna come down to the sauerkraut days anyway? Otherwise, I'd come up and get that.
That's fine. So we
We're on
have,
fence post in the
You
other.
want me to?
Oh,
whoops.
Whatever.
I did it at Atkins, so.
Can't
And
turn that in.
You were hooked to it.
Yeah, and then Carl his yard, and then Tom's get back.
Yeah, I don't, I mean.
One of my clothes.
Most of those actually.
He didn't show up at Atkins, did he?
He had the virus.
You just start working. So did you see the first new jail being built though?
You going to his deal on Thursday night?
Maybe somebody just come across
I don't know what it
pictures.
is.
Oh, his kickoff,
Oh,
steak fry.
It looked like you, because I
Van Horn.
think Elaine commented on it that it was you.
didn't even know anything about it.
Really?
It's Thursday night?
Thursday night.
What time?
Social 5, and then 6 o'clock is the, you know, what time you're gonna eat.
He's over the wire or something.
I can't remember who's all gonna be there. Ashley Henson's one of them.
For,
Tom Gerald's.
I
Can't remember.
Kim was, because she went to Ashley's.
Yeah, but Ashley's gonna be there and somebody else. I can't remember.
It's another senator, I thought, or something.
I don't remember. Don't remember.
I want to talk to Ashley. The state's got to get this mental health stuff squared around. That's a joke. I guess maybe I don't have to say anything. She should have heard something this week or last week.
That'll be interesting for our budget then next year too.
You,
Yeah. Yeah. They talked a little bit on that this week.
Here she is.
Back, so that was probably my fault.
Oh, that's all right.
You're up.
All right.
I do have a proclamation resolution if you want to just talk about it or what.
Oh, sure.
I didn't know how you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you all usually do things. So I'm Alan, Glen Angel, I work with DCAP in our food reservoir. And so during September, we're taking a chance to really highlight the work we do and the work that happens in your community to try to help alleviate hunger. And so part of that was to get you all to recognize the important work that you're doing. And the pantry here in Benton is a really good one that we're proud to be partners with. So thank you all for having us.
Go to check it out. Today's the day they come here.
Yeah.
too.
So, do you all have questions or things that you want to know?
Just a comment, you'll also have to see the community garden that supplies the pantries in Benton County.
Yeah, I saw that when I was
So,
coming in. It looks
I
really
mean,
good.
it's just tons of food that they bring in. So
Yeah.
fresh vegetables for, the patrons, so.
That's what we like to see, everybody needs to be able to have access to fresh food and not just canned vegetables. So, this is wonderful.
So, looking for a motion to declare September as Hunger Action Month.
Yep.
Got it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Wonderful.
By resolution.
Okay. By Rick.
Aye.
Beer Shank, aye.
Seaman. Aye.
You want them to sign that and keep a copy of it?
I'll just pass it on down.
There you go.
Angie?
You have a good day.
Yes, you do.
Come in.
Yes.
All right.
She did have a blue shirt.
Bridges in Benton County are all, those that all are considered a 20-foot structure in length or longer by federal rule need to be inspected at least every 24 months. And those that are in a concerned condition, you can shorten that time frame up to less than that. But most of the bridges in Benton County are looked at every 2 years. With the inspections, sometimes due to conditions, particularly this spring and summer, looking at them with some of the low water and seeing the wood piles underneath them, the decay and the concern. We have 12 bridges in the county that bridge inspector are highly recommending that we reduce what the allowed legal load be across it, which you have a map in front of you. Easier to show than the resolution that just lists the name of the structure and what the recommended posting is. But northwest of Urbana, there's a bridge there on 52nd Street. It's currently posted 12 ton. It's recommended to drop it to 6 ton. West of Mount Auburn, you have one just north of 53rd Street on 16th. It's currently posted with 3 truck configuration, 18, 31, 31. recommending reducing that to 12/20/20. And then south of 53rd and 54th, that one is currently posted as 6 ton, recommending dropping it to 3 ton. West of, excuse me.
That bridge is, you can't even take a tractor across it without anything behind it, 3 ton. Or is that both directions?
That would be the concern that the bridge inspector is looking at due to the pile decay, that you're getting rid of virtually the school bus also, that running your single vehicle across it for the most part. Not to say that it might not hold up, but I guess from a concern and a risk of condition-wise, do you want to post it for the safety of all concerned, or do you want to take that risk and let?
That one's almost to the point where you ought to close it.
It could very well be. That certainly would be the next step if we don't get it replaced before that. You know, all of these are probably in the 5-year plan. There might be a couple that I'm not sure if they're in that are going to need to be in, but these would all be structures that we would be looking at trying to replace as finances are available and this planning can be put together for new design and replacement.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
That's okay. Continuing on west of Garrison, you've got one south of the blacktop pavement there on 62nd that's currently posted as 25 ton, recommended dropping it to 18. And a little bit southwest of there on 12th Avenue, that one's currently posted 25 ton, they're recommending reducing it to 20. Let's jump over by Shellsburg. There's 2 that are about a mile apart from each other. The west one of those 2 is currently posted with 3 truck configuration, 21, 29, 29, recommending we reduce that to 11, 14, 14. And the bridge there by, was that Jim Fix, I think? It's currently posted 6 ton, recommending reducing that to 3 ton. That one they're actually concerned a little worse condition than the one you were asking me about, Gary, because they asked about closing it, and I'm like, fixes don't have any way in and out without that. When the dirt roads is inaccessible, that we will keep it 3 ton and see what we can come up with a plan as soon as possible on improving the weight limit or replacing it. North of Keystone on 17th Avenue, that one's currently posted 20 ton. We're recommending reducing it to 10. I don't know, it was a month ago, earlier this year, I talked to you about the bridge north of that bridge. It's also got a weight limit on it, but by posting a 1 lane, we could at least get semi-traffic across there. I forget who lives between those 2 bridges. I talked to him manually with his farming operation. He gets pretty limited because all of a big share of his farming operation is between those 2 bridges, and they're both embargoed. North of Luzerne, just off the pavement on 75th Street, it's right around the corner from a bridge that's under contract. That was part of the bundling. It's currently posted 23, 39, 39. They're recommending reducing it to 17, 28, 28. I'm working on putting a replacement structure together for that one, hoping that next year when the bridge is replaced with box culvert on the pavement, that one around the corner could be done about the same time and they could just move from one to the next. East of there on 74th Street, that particular bridge there does not currently have a posting, but it's pile decay. Caught the inspector's concern, recommended that we post that at 10 ton. Right outside of Luzerne on 17th, right by the railroad tracks. That one was posted basically for legal loads, 25, 40, 40. Its condition has worsened in the last 2 years to the point where they're recommending we reduce that to 15, 24, 27. And then a very short span bridge, it's actually less than 20, but while the inspectors were out checking everything else, they came across that short wood bridge on 75th Street, there between 22nd and 23rd. And based on their calculations and inspection, they are recommending to us that we post that 14, 22, 23. So I have a resolution in text format to make those changes as this map represents, if that meets with your approval.
So moved.
And seconded.
By resolution, right?
Trevor, aye.
Of these bridges that are posted at 3 ton, are they
Yeah.
short bridges or are they long ones?
Short by one nature. I mean, they're more than 20 because they're a system. I'm thinking the one by Fixes is around 50 feet long. And I'm trying to think, the one west of Mount Auburn, I don't know, probably 40 to 50. I'm trying to remember what that length one is, but it's, did you sign both those?
Well, it's good that they were able to get around.
Did you give the inspector a list to go look at?
They have a database that's in a federal system that they use as the first and foremost that they go out and look at that are more than 20. I have, I think, 8 driveway bridges that I have them look at also for me. Just to have another set of eyes and giving me a different input. And like I said, that last one that I talked about just now is less than 20, so it's not on that list, but they traveled across it, working from from one ridge to the other, seen some concern, stopped and looked at it. Bring this to your attention, so.
On a side note, how's the bridge water coming?
Last week's rainy off and on weather type of deal played havoc with both the contractor North Desert and Blairstown. They're both using the same concrete pump truck from the same company, so they're between the two contractors type of deal, so they're not doing them on the same day. Blairstown was hoping to pour today. They had some paving machine problem Friday afternoon. They're working on that yesterday. Right now the plan is Thursday. And tomorrow we plan on pouring the deck north of the desert.
Okay.
So where does that leave the Blairstown Bridge to be completed?
Based on weather, I guess say the middle of October is what they have for working days allowed yet on that project. That was 110 working days was what part of that contract was when they started, or when that contract was signed, and they're on day 80 was last week. So I mean, there's 30 working days remaining on the contract, basically 6 weeks barring, well, you got Labor Day, which adds a day to that when you think about it from a week standpoint, and it depends on what Mother Nature does between now and then. I would say this morning, forecast wise, looks like it's raining. I would say it did rain a little bit. I don't know if you got anything at your place, Gary, or not. I know the pavement was wet in areas east of Norway, but it didn't rain at my house. I know that.
It rained a little, but it didn't amount to nothing. Then it was early.
In my opinion, they're still on track bid it done before that contract days expire. I know that a lot of that type of work in that project, that type of project takes a lot to get ready. If you were to look at what paid items are completed on that project, I think they're only at 30% paid of the total contract, but at the end of this week, pouring that deck, that percentage is gonna change drastically, and with the side rails probably getting paid, formed and possibly poured next week. 2 weeks from now, I think you'd have 75 to 80% of that project completed based on paid quantities.
I got books in it, Cam's in there, pictures of the old bridges and stuff. That bridge this is the first time that deck's been redone since the bridge was new, I'd assume.
No, they did an overlay in the early 80s, early mid 80s. I want to say 87, but it might have been, I know it was the 80s that they, I don't know, I assume they ground a little bit of the concrete off and then poured an overlay on it. That was where the bond kind of broke, and when that was starting to pop out last summer, fall, it would have been right where that kind of concrete, old concrete was trying to bond with the new concrete.
Yeah, that was quite a bridge replacement when they did it. They did all that road south of Blairstown to Marengo, changed that. That was quite a deal. I was just a kid when they did that.
That's all I have today.
Just a reminder, Ide Bailey is here in person Thursday. This week. Brian plans to come in person, I guess.
Alrighty.
Our meeting on Thursday is
So I
at 11.
just sent a message, so I moved them. I just remembered they're gonna be down in that room, so my auditors will be, so I'm gonna have it here instead.
Oh, yeah.
I just sent them the email.
They don't really have anything to add for that.
That's fine, if you
got
don't
that.
wanna come, you don't have to, but I
I have
just,
2 things going on that day, that bridge deck pour, and I have another commitment outside of town, so.
no, that's not a problem. I just wanted to continue on, so.
Okay.
I guess I'm not qualified to say how good a work they're doing, but it looks like they're doing a good job on the bridge, from what I can see.
No, I would agree. I know that type of project I've only been involved with once before personally. Basically, county did the same thing on the bridge just east of Shellsburg on the pavement and knocked the deck off of that. Another, probably very similar design because that was an old DOT road, and so I had the same DOT standard bridge there, that same type of concrete beams underneath, and yeah, different contractor did that one. This contractor at Blairstown does more of this type of work. The one that did the one at Shellsburg does that occasionally, but they're usually doing new. I think that the contractor down at Blairstown probably took a little bit more time and care to make sure that the concrete beams that remain that support most of the load for the bridge didn't get damaged much on top. And I thought they looked pretty good. You know, you can't chip all that old deck concrete off without having some damage to it, but I thought they did a really good job of minimizing that.
I can't believe it's rebar. That's what I was impressed with.
Yeah. They did a good job.
Okay. Thanks, Myron.
Sure thing. See you next week, probably.
Okay,
Anything else, sir?
that's it.
Well, then I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Right.